In 1980, a group of teenagers led by David Bell takes an unknown sport in the street of Lize, Paris. By the 1990s, Le Parkour is born, a sport dedicated to the fluidity of movement. Fast forward 14 years and South Africa has its own free runners. They call themselves traceurs, a word derived from the verb tracer, which in French means to draw, to trace, and more importantly, to go fast. Basically, a term that describes a way of movement, fast, direct. A reasonable sized community is how Specs describes the South African Parkour Brotherhood. To practice parkour, says Specs, one only needs a good pair of shoes and a free spirit. This South African community meet on internet forums, on websites such as highlanders.co.za, and learn about parkour through TV, or like Specs, through articles in lifestyle magazines. Whatever the means of discovering this art, parkour eventually ends up the same for them, as a way of life. Certain predefined moves or categories of moves have been thought out, and traceurs use these leaps, vaults and ways of scaling obstacles as a start. The practitioner of parkour discipline views his surroundings differently than other mere mortals, and uses these environments in ways that are sometimes frowned upon. Those that do not understand might try and inhibit their freedom because of their lack of knowledge, but the conventions of modern day society are to be broken free from. If you choose to, your town, your city, your campus can be used to give you freedom and mental strength through a new art movement.
It's a form of breaking free from the box that we're placed in and brainwashed to stay in. We think outside the box and use our environment a little differently than we programmed to. It's our art form and our sport. It pushes our physical and mental limits.
Parkour for me in life, it kind of represents life. I mean, every jump is another obstacle, and exactly every obstacle in life. I mean, people just see it as a sport, but at the same sense, it's extreme sports with dangers, and that's how you look at through life. I mean, different obstacles, and every time you fall, as you're doing parkour, you fall and you get up and you learn from your mistakes, exactly the same as you would do in life.